863. This bauble was preferred of bees, by butterflies admired, at heavenly, hopeless distances, was justified of bird. Did noon enamel in herself, was summer to a score, who only knew of universe, it had created her. 864. A plated life diversified, with gold and silver pane, to prove the presence of the ore in particles, 'tis when a value's struggle it exist, a power will proclaim, although annihilation pile whole chaoses on him. 865. Expectation is contentment, gains satiety, but satiety conviction of necessity, of an austere trait in pleasure, good without alarm, is a too established fortune, danger deepens some. 866. This dust and its feature, accredited today, will in a second future cease to identify. This mind and its measure, a too minute area, for its enlarged inspections, comparison appear. This world and its species, a too concluded show, for its absorbed attentions, remotest scrutiny. 867. I felt a cleaving in my mind, as if my brain had split. I tried to match it seam by seam, but could not make them fit. The thought behind I strove to join unto the thought before, but sequence ravelled out of sound like balls upon a floor. 868. Fairer through fading as the day into the darkness dips away, half her complexion of the sun, hindering, haunting, perishing, rallies her glow like a dying friend, teasing with glittering amend, only to aggravate the dark through an expiring perfect look. 869. What I see not, I better see, through faith my hazel eye has periods of shutting, but no lid has memory. For frequent all my sense obscured, I equally behold, as some one held a light unto the features so beloved, and I arise and in my dream do thee distinguished grace, till jealous daylight interrupt and mar thy perfectness. 870. None can experience stint, who bounty have not known. The fact of famine could not be, except for fact of corn. Want is a meagre art, acquired by reverse. The poverty that was not wealth cannot be indigence. 871. The hallowing of pain, like hallowing of heaven, obtains at a corporeal cost, the summit is not given. To him who strives severe, at middle of the hill, but he who has achieved the top, all is the price of all. 872. Deprived of other banquet, I entertained myself, at first a scant nutrition, an insufficient loaf, but grown by slender addings, to so esteemed a size, 'tis sumptuous enough for me, and almost to suffice. A robin's famine able, red pilgrim he and I, a berry from our table, reserve for charity. 873. It is a lonesome glee, yet sanctifies the mind, with fair association, afar upon the wind. A bird to overhear, delight without a cause, O restless as invisible, a matter of the skies. 874. If blame be by my side, forfeit me, but do me not to forfeit thee. To forfeit thee, the very name is sentence from belief and home. 875. Purple, the color of a queen is this, the color of a sun at setting, this and amber, beryl, and this at noon. And when at night Aurorian widths fling suddenly on men, 'tis this and witchcraft nature keeps a rank for iodine. 876. To be alive is power, existence in itself, without a further function, omnipotence enough. To be alive and will, 'tis able as a god, the maker of ourselves be what? Such being finitude. 877. The loneliness one dare not sound, and would as soon surmise, as in its grave go plumbing, to ascertain the size. The loneliness whose worst alarm is lest itself should see, and perish from before itself for just a scrutiny. The horror not to be surveyed, but skirted in the dark, with consciousness suspended, and being under lock. I fear me this is loneliness, the maker of the soul. Its caverns and its corridors illuminate or seal. 878. Least be that brew a honey's weight, the summer multiply. Content her smallest fraction help, the amber quantity. 879. This that would greet an hour ago is quaintest distance now. Had it a guest from paradise, nor glow would it, nor bow. Had it a notice from the noon, nor beam would it, nor warm. Match me the silver reticence, match me the solid calm. 880. The service without hope is tenderest, I think, because 'tis unsustained by stint rewarded work, has impetus of gain and impetus of goal. There is no diligence like that, that knows not an until. 881. I meant to find her when I came. Death had the same design, but the success was his, it seems, and the discomfit mine. I meant to tell her how I longed for this specific time, but death had told her so the first, and she had fled with him. To wander now is my abode, to rest would be a privilege of a hurricane to memory and me. 882. The truth is stirless, other force may be presumed to move. This then is best for confidence, when oldest cedars swerve, and oaks untwist their fists, and mountains feeble lean. How excellent a body that stands without a bone! How vigorous a force that holds without a prop! Truth stays herself, and every man that trusts her boldly up. 883. A south wind has a pathos of individual voice, as one detect on landings an emigrant's address, a hint of ports and peoples, and much not understood, the fairer for the farness and for the foreign hood. 884. To wait an hour is long, if love be just beyond. To wait eternity is short, if love reward the end. 885. There is an arid pleasure as different from joy as frost is different from dew, like element are they. Yet one rejoices flowers, and one the flowers abhor. The finest honey curdled is worthless to the bee. 886. Bereaved of all I went abroad, no less bereaved was I. Upon a new peninsula the grave preceded me. Obtained my lodgings ere myself, and when I sought my bed, the grave it was reposed upon, the pillow for my head. I waked to find it first awake, I rose, it followed me. I tried to drop it in the crowd, to lose it in the sea. In cups of artificial drowse, to steep its shape away. The grave was finished, but the spade remained in memory. 887. Sever service of myself I hastened to demand, to fill the awful vacuum your life had left behind. I worried nature with my wheels when hers had ceased to run. When she had put away her work, my own had just begun. I strove to weary brain and bone, to harass, to fatigue, the glittering retinue of nerves, vitality to clog. To some dull comfort those obtain who put a head away. They knew the hair to, and forget the color of the day. Affliction would not be appeased, the darkness braced as firm as all my stratagem had been, the midnight to confirm. No drug for consciousness can be alternative to die, is nature's only pharmacy for being's malady. 888. 'Twould ease a butterfly, elate a bee. Thou'rt neither, neither thy capacity. But blossom were I would rather be thy moment than a bee's eternity. Content of fading is enough for me. Fade I unto divinity, and dying lifetime, ample as the eye, her least attention raise on me.